Hi everyone and welcome back to Liable Zest. Today I'm going to be taking you through a general mobility routine. One of our subscribers has requested that I show her how to do a proper dynamic warm-up before she goes running. So today we are going to be using a resistance band and I'm going to take you through a few different exercises that will be effective and it will help you in your running. If you don't have a resistance band, you can look at the next video. I'll show you a complete routine that does the same thing but with no resistance band. We're going to start lying in the middle of the mat on the floor. You're going to start placing this resistance band around your right foot. I want you to lengthen and extend that left foot all the way onto the floor. I want you to make sure that the band is evenly placed around that foot so that you have equal distance between each side of that resistance band. And we're going to start with a hamstring mobility stretch. So you're slowly going to lower that leg down towards the floor and pull it back up towards your chest. Please make sure that that leg stays straight and that you're still maintaining that pelvic positioning and stability while lifting and lowering that leg. We're going to do 8 on each side. So that's 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. From here we're going to place that band just around that upper part of your foot and into those toes. Please make sure that it is secure around that foot. You would hate for it to slip off that toe and slap you in the face. So let's just make sure that it's secure, and you are going to, from here, lifting that leg up towards the ceiling. I want you to ensure that you have as straight a leg as you can manage. From here, you're going to point those toes towards your nose and then rotate that foot up towards the ceiling and slowly back down. This one, you'll feel quite an uncomfortable burn and stretch down the back of that calf. That's 2 and 3. So you should feel that stretch and activation. 4 and 5 and 6. 2 more. 7 and 8. From here, you're going to, keeping that band around that foot, you can just bring it a little bit more to the center of that foot. You're going to lengthen and extend that foot, and then you're going to rotate your foot outwards, and you're going to bring it along the side of the floor towards your shoulder. In this movement, you should feel a stretch down that inner part of your thigh, that groin area. Please make sure when you're doing this again, you are stabilizing and making sure that your trunk and pelvis aren't rolling towards the movement in the direction that that straight leg is going. And let's do 3 more. And 1 and 2 and last one and 3. From here, you're going to lift that leg back to center and you're going to roll your leg over midline, and you're just going to bring it forward and backwards at a 45-degree angle towards your chest and back. And that's 3 and 4. Keeping that other leg straight and in a comfortable position. And let's do 2 more. And last one, and slowly bringing that leg back to center and changing over legs. We're going to do that exact same sequence with the other leg. So just so that you know what's coming, lengthening that spine, stabilizing that pelvis, and straightening that left leg, lowering down and lifting back up. And that's 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, keep going, 6 and 7 and 8. You want to feel a deep burn down the back of that hamstring. We're going to move that resistance band a little bit higher up that foot so that we can stretch out those calves. So we're pulling towards that band. We want that resistance coming down towards our chest, and we are working up and down against the resistance of that band, keeping that 90-degree angle in that knee and that hip, and lifting and lowering. And let's do 4 more. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and slowly lowering that leg down and rotating that foot outwards. Just remember to bring that band to the center of that foot, rotating outwards and bringing it along the floor and slowly back. And you're using that band to secure and maintain the control of that leg while you're lifting and lowering, but I don't want you to pull too hard. You just want to get a light stretch in that inner thigh, that groin area, and relaxing that head while you're going, stabilizing that pelvis. And let's do 3 more before we progress on to the next one. That's 1. Keep going. And 2. And 3. And from here, slowly lifting that leg up and slowly across midline at a 45-degree angle and lifting and lowering. This one you should feel a little bit of a stretch coming down the back of your hamstring as well as into the outer part of your front shin area. And let's do 4 more. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and slowly back to center. We're just going to place that resistance band on the floor, and we're going to do some trunk mobility. You're going to lie down on your side, placing your knees in front of your hips at a 90-degree angle, and then your ankles in line with those knees. I want you to stack those hips, stack those shoulders, and you're slowly going to lift your right hand up towards the ceiling and rotating that shoulder around. I want you to really focus on keeping that front hip pushing forward and maintaining alignment with that elbow and shoulder and wrist, and drawing that shoulder down. And inhale back to center. And we're going to do 4 of these on each side. This one you want to feel a deep stretch going down the side of your body and into that lower back. We're just loosening it up before we get ready for that run. And turning over onto the other side. Same positioning, we're just getting that knee and hip in line and that ankle and knee in line, and slowly lifting over and stretching out. And I want you to follow that hand with your eyes also, just to get some mobility and movement into that neck. And 2 more, and slowly back, and last one, and over. And we are done. So that little routine is one that I like to do before I go running. Dynamic warm-ups are really effective just to get those muscles and joints nice and warm and nice and loose before you get into your run. So like I said, a perfect way to warm up before you get into those awesome runs that you do every day. I hope you have a good day, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Just remember, if you do not have a resistance band, just take a look at one of my other videos where I'll go through another mobility routine without a TheraBand. And if you're wanting to order one, we have a link in the description below that you can get one of your very own resistance bands.